All right. What's going on, Ancient 8 family? Welcome to tonight's live stream space. We got a very exciting and fun one ready to cook up for you guys tonight. We're excited to bring you guys our newest form of content that you might have seen. We just recently started with our first episode featuring Mix Mob. And now we have a very special guest joining us tonight, which is the team from Nekoverse. As you guys may have seen, we're doing something a little bit different these days where we are combining the live AMA discussion while also live chatting, a little bit of gameplay with our partners, as well as our in house team, and even welcoming our community to come join us today as well. For today's topic, we're going to be discussing is play to earn making a comeback? And we're excited to introduce our guests, Nekoverse, with their play to earn game called City of Greed, which is their first game from the Nekoverse IP. And it's a roguelike deck building centered around one singular objective, and that is making money. So if you're not into making money, this might not be interesting to you, but if that is something that interests you, then I think you're gonna like this game. All right, so the basis of the game: become a landlord and develop your land to amass wealth with the City of Greed, which can be found also, of course, on the OpenSea marketplace. That's not all, guys. We got a fantastic reward awaiting as well tonight. So during the AMA, you have the chance to win a share of up to a $50 prize pool. All you need to do is share your questions over in the YouTube chat or in the X chat. And we will be selecting 5 interesting questions to reward a prize of 10 BUSD each. So drop some great questions in the YouTube chat, and please include your Discord name so we can reach out after the event to get your wallet address and send you guys over those rewards. Also, please be mindful. We will never, ever ask you for your seed phrase. So please be aware and stay safe out there, my friends. All right, let me take a quick peek into the chat before we start to bring up our special guest for the night. I see my brother Excel Zor in the chat. Soothing is here as well. What's going on, boys and girls? Zyric in the chat. Willis in the chat. Long, Mr. Leo himself is here kicking with us. I see Pascal is over there vibing with us. James is there as well. James says only 10, only 10. $10 just to ask a question, James? I mean, hey, it's a bear market. I'll take it. I'll take it even in a bull market. How does the deck building mechanism work? All right, I'll let those guys get to the interesting questions. Let's go ahead and bring up some familiar faces I know you guys are going to recognize. So first up to bat, we're going to bring on my man, Mr. Willis himself. What's going on, brother Willis?
What's going on, guys? Willis here. I'm a gaming content creator at H&A and happy to be on the show.
If you guys haven't seen Willis's content yet, all you got to do is go over to Ancient8 Gaming. You're going to see a lot of retweets from either the Ancient8 Gaming channel or also the Ancient8 channel as well. Willis is constantly putting out great content for you guys, covering all the hottest games in the space. So definitely go check him out, follow him on Twitter and everywhere that he's creating content. Next up, speaking of hot boy content creators, we got Mr. Zyric himself, aka Zy Riz. What's going
Hi
on,
guys,
my man?
I'm Zarek, one of the content creators at Ancient8. It's real nice to see you and hope you guys will enjoy this podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy to have you again, brother. Thank you for making the time to join us. All right. So, without further ado, joining us also from the Nekoverse team, first and foremost, we have Mr. Leo himself joining us. CEO of the company is here with us. We got the big boss in town. What's going on, Leo?
Hey guys, thanks for inviting me to the show. It's a really nice format, and I would love to try it with you guys today.
Yeah, man, we're really looking forward to it. Wanted to switch it up a little bit. We've been jumping on the AMAs with you guys on on X. You guys have jumped on with us a couple of times. We figured let's show a little gameplay off tonight. So we're really excited to have you guys here. And people watching tonight, they might be actually seeing you for the first time, seeing a lot of us for the first time if they haven't joined one of these events before. So it's good to have a face to put the voice to. So thank you for joining us, Leo. And last but not least, we got the heart of the community, typically leading off the AMA sessions for the Nekoverse team, Mr. OX BIM. What's going on, BIM? Rocking the Nico.
What I
My
mean, I
man.
love the vibe. I love the vibe. The chat going crazy. This is impressive, and let's go vibing, guys.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of the chat, let's go ahead and pull up the chat here because I got two screens pulled up, but it's breaking neck a little bit to turn over there each time. So we're gonna bring the chat over here as well. Bring some people up here to say hello. We got Mr. Excel Zor saying hello to us over here. We have Pascal says all the way from Nigeria. Pascal, thank you for joining us all the way from Nigeria, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, so we got some fam in the chat. As you guys heard earlier, make sure you drop some questions for Nekoverse in the chat. We have some prepared ourselves, but in order to give away the prize money that we have today, we want to see some questions over from you guys. All right, so I think what we're going to go ahead and do while we wait for some of these questions to start popping up in the chat is we'll get started with things over here on our side. So I think the format today, we're going to keep it kind of chill. So what we're going to do is we're going to invite Zyric to go ahead and pop on a game of City of Greed for us. And we're going to kind of like go in between the chat here. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Feel free to answer questions. We're going to pull some questions from the chat. Feel free to answer those. And then simultaneously, I think Zyric is probably going to have some questions in terms of gameplay. Maybe you guys have some like, sneaky alpha that you want to drop him in terms of like how he might be able to level up his skill in City of Greed. And we're just going to kind of keep it open format, real chill, and just enjoy the vibes here. So, all right, let's go ahead and get right into it. Zyric, you can pull up your screen whenever you're ready. No rush there. I'm gonna slide down here. I think we should start things off with a introduction into Nekoverse, City of Greed. For those who might not be familiar, tell us a little bit of the backstory. How did you guys come up with this concept? Let's start it from there.
Right. So it all started with Nekoverse. Basically, we started the game studio 2 years ago, and it all started with the Neko characters. And we have a lore system for it, in which the elemental world was the first regions that is opened. Um, and then the City of Greed is the place where the economy of the Nekoverse IP is taken or executed. And so City of Greed is built. The concept of the game is built on that IP or that lore that we made way back in the days. And it shows in the core concept of the games is a roguelike deck builders where you own a piece of land in the City of Greed, and your goal is to make money from that land to pay off the greedy mayor to win the game, basically. So that is the concept of the game, and it is all inspired by the lore of Nekoverse. So probably I can introduce a little bit more about the actual games, how it is played. It is a roguelike deck builders. So probably if you know the deck builder genre, you will know most of the deck builders are played with cards, right? So
That's right.
yeah, of course. Thank you for pulling up the games. So this is a land here. You can see the land has a 5x4 grid in which these are the plots, and those plots will be used to house all the different resources that you can have inside City Grids. And the way that you play is pretty simple. Once you pick a resource, as you can see here, and each of them have unique interactions, and most of them are based on adjacency bonus. They will have interaction with other kinds of resource and items. And once you pick one resource, can you pick one resource for me? Yeah, for example, the keys, you can press roll, and the resource will be randomly placed on the plot. And so, for example, the key here is used to open the chest, which will give you ASG, which is the currency of the game, right? And if it is adjacent to the chest, it will open and give you the payout, give you the ASGs. So the core loop of the game is pretty simple. You just roll, pick a resources, and roll the next time, and accumulate your ASG to pay off the tax from the mayor, right? Yeah. So The deck building element here is because is inside how you get those resources. With each roll or turns, you can only pick one resources. So you really have to be strategic in terms of what resource you're gonna get. And the second thing is the board is limited to a 20 5 by 4 grid, so 20 slots. So if you pick more than 20, you will be your deck will be overcrowded, and you cannot see the resource appear on the board. So that's the deck building elements of the games.
Yeah, love that. Love that walkthrough there, briefly, Leo. And just for starters, I think the name City of Greed is so fitting for a game that is building in the Web3 space. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, a lot of the gamers that are in the space, they're looking to find a way to earn, to play and earn, right? Which is our topic of the day is play to earn, making a comeback. And I think you guys are definitely leading the way in terms of not shying away from play to earn. That's another thing that we were really excited about with Mix Mob as well. We really like to see Web3 games that are leaning into the mechanics of being able to play and earn, and the actual gameplay itself is fully revolving around that, which I think is really fun, and it's really exciting, and it's what Web3 gaming has the capacity to do in terms of bringing that new element, that new layer to gaming itself. So I love that you guys are leaning into that, and making the mechanics as well have kind of like this gambling vibe, which we know the degens in Web3 really love. But it's not just a luck-based game by any means. As you shared, it's a deck builder, so there requires a lot of strategy here in terms of building out a deck that has the ability to really reward you the type of ASG that's going to allow you to pay off the mayor and then hopefully exit the game with some sort of ASG profits, right?
Yeah, you sum it up perfectly. Yeah.
Awesome, man. So let's jump into a question here for the boys, for the content creators. What do you guys think about play to earn? Do you guys feel like play to earn is making a comeback? Maybe we'll start here with Willis, since Zyric is locked and loaded right now. We'll start with Willis. How do you feel about play to earn? Do you feel like we're turning the corner a little bit here in terms of the mechanisms finally being ready, the gameplay finally being ready? Where do you think we're at, Willis?
100%, and all respect to all the builders that are building during the bear market. I mean, there's a lot of lessons that have been learned over the last couple of years, and like the whole play to earn has evolved. So really looking forward to next year and seeing all these games really start to come out of all the closed betas and really start to come online and onboarding a lot more players. So yeah, definitely really happy to see this whole space evolve and excited for next year.
Love to hear it, brother. What other games are out there that are play to earn that you're excited about right now?
For me, the big games are Parallel TCG, Illuvium, and Big Time are my top three, which I absolutely love and playing every single day. So those are my top play to earn games for myself.
Yeah, nice choices, man. Nice choices. Yeah, it's clear that the space is finally getting to that maturity state where we have multiple games that we can participate in, and there are earning mechanics within each of them. And I personally, that's really what makes me bullish on the space in general. Is play to earn was a really difficult, sustainable model to build for sure, but it does get easier, I would say, in a sense, when there are more games to choose from. Axie Infinity had the tough job of being the first game in the space, and really what that caused is for all the users that had any kind of interest all to rush into just one ecosystem, and a very young ecosystem at that. So now that we're starting to see more games coming into the space, it's giving players more options, and we're seeing a lot of different game styles, and you guys are really innovating with a very different game style as well, which is blending different mechanics together to create something that we haven't yet seen in the space. So really love to see that you guys are going that direction. What about you, Zyric? What are your thoughts on the play to earn comeback? Where do you think we are right now?
For me, we're really close to come back, but we're there because right now many games are still in their alpha or phases. But even during these early stages, players can start earning rewards. So it's not the full deal yet, but it shows the promising path for the play to earn games. And you can take Nekoverse for example. A simple spin or a simple roll in the game, you can earn a rewards. So this game offers fun and addicting gameplay, but to be honest, it's it's really hard to master. There's a dynamic set of builds and choices regarding the resources you should buy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's really what makes it fun. It's easy to start, hard to master. I've heard that
Yeah.
said quite a few times about
Yeah.
City of Greed, and I really like that because a lot of people, what's been the stopper for a lot of people in Web3 gaming is just the start. Unfortunately, it's just too hard to get started, so they never get a chance to actually join an ecosystem. So I love how easy it is to get started. Tell us a little bit more about the what does a player need to get started in the game, Leo? How easy is it to get going?
I mean, it's really easy. So we did a lot of updates and releasing a lot of new features over the past month. And one of the features is actually the training mode, which players can easily connect their wallet and just play the game for free. So even now, you can go to the games, just connect your wallet and play the game for free. And those who are looking to earn inside the games, you can acquire a line NFT either through meeting on our website or right inside the games using ASG or purchase an OpenSea. After that, you can deposit it into the game and start playing with your land. And that's just how you can immediately get started and playing the game.
Yep, love that. So free to play option for people that just want to get in there, get their feet wet first, get a little bit of a feel for the game mechanics, and then if they want to go deeper, they want to get a chance to actually earn ASG, they can get a land on OpenSea, and then they can jump in and start actually playing to earn. So pretty simple and straightforward. It doesn't get too much more straightforward than that, guys. I do see some stuff popping up here. Viet Win says COG is a beast. This one I'm going to pop up here just for my own big head. Tin says, I'm a big fan of Justin. I'm a fan of you too, Tin. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. Who else do we have here? Let's see. Excelzor says, what is the difference between playing with a land and playing without a land? What are the key advantages? Maybe you can answer that one first, Leo.
Yeah, so the difference between playing with a line and without a line is that without a line is a training mode for us, so there will be no earning. You can fully enjoy all the different difficulty and levels inside the games, but it's purely for entertainment. So with a line, you can actually participate in actually earning from the games, and that add an extra layer of satisfaction to you when you play the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's always more fun when there are some stakes in the game, you know? We were having this talk a little bit with Mix Mob on our last episode, and I was saying, I'm playing So Rare, which is, I'm playing the NBA So Rare, which, allows you to buy cards of NBA players, and depending on how they actually do in the real game, you score points, and then, you're able to win more cards. And it just makes watching the game so much more fun when you actually have some stakes in what's happening, So I think we all already know that in many cases, but for sure, if you enjoy the game on the free version, then it just makes a ton of sense to jump in, grab a LAN, be early, because the ecosystem is very early, and then get a chance to participate in the growth and the upside of where the game is going. Our guy BIM has been a little bit quiet over here, so I want to throw the question back to BIM in terms of where are we at right now, BIM, with Play to Earn making a comeback. Are we there yet? Are we back? Are we almost back? Where do you think we are, BIM?
Well, if you watch a movie, there's this movie. It says that we are pretty much in like 50 miles from nowhere. So pretty much,
Okay.
I will assume that we are in like pretty much the center point of a black hole, which means that you can go crazy fast, or you're just gonna stay there forever. My point is, my point is, we don't know for sure. What's the point?
We don't really know, do we?
We don't really know. Like in just like 2 months ago, that we everybody thought Web3 is dead. I was like, okay, that's it, that's enough. I want to go. But like just 2 weeks later, then when I got a thought, we got all the freaking huge games going on. We got Shrapnels, we got Big Time Parallels, we got Pirates.
Dropping back to back, right?
They just they just exist. So that's the point, is that we all know that people cooking something. And of course, we're waiting for we're waiting for the 2024s, all the good news and all that stuff. But it can happen every time. What if just one day, Nekoverse Seal Greece just go explode? People just go freaking crazy. We got a second A season. Well, that's a new era, guy. But if you guys will ask me to be honest to all the audience here, I want to say that we already there, because people is cooking right now. So
people are playing and people are earning, right? So technically, we're here.
We're here,
and speaking
man.
of cooking, I see we just got enter in the chat, the legend himself, Mr. Jorge George, however you guys want to say it. I'm going to say Jorge because I'm a Latino. Jorge is in the building, my man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, you know what? I couldn't agree more, BIM. There are games people have already been playing. People have already been earning. Play to earn didn't really actually go anywhere. If anybody stayed paying attention to some ecosystems, there were ecosystems out there still trucking along. Axie Infinity being one of those ecosystems where there was season after season, tournament after tournament. There were a lot of opportunities to still participate, to still play, and to still earn in Web3 gaming. So it's just a matter of if people continue to take the opportunities that were showing themselves or not. So we kind of didn't really ever go anywhere, but it's definitely, the intensity is picking up a little bit more now. I'm going to go ahead and post one of our next questions that we have here from our list, and we're going to bring it right up here. This question, will toss it back over to Leo. Can you tell us how the play to earn or play for fun models in Nekoverse set your GameFi project apart from others?
I mean, with City Grid, we really built from the ground up. Having been in the space for a long time, we are exposed to a lot of different models, right? You can consider playing for rewards or tournaments models. This time with City Grid, we take things a little bit differently. So we are probably all from the generations of arcade game, right? And with arcade game, you purchase the ticket, which allows you to play the games. And if you win, you win rewards. So in City Grid, we have the similar systems, which is called richness. So each one will consume a richness point. And after you ran out of richness point, you need to purchase the potions to refill the richness of your land again and start playing. So it's very similar to the arcade systems. And that is the core model for the City Grid economy, where all of the in-game spendings are directly sent to be the reward for players. And that's how we keep the economy circular and make it more sustainable over time. Yeah.
Love that. Super key. Jorge says play to earn has been around for years. Look at the casinos. P2E isn't going anywhere. It just needs gameplay to be flushed out better. That is so true. And me personally, there's not really too many casino games that I actually find fun. So that's why I'm so excited that Play to Earn is here and we have earning mechanics and mechanisms within actual games, like the games that we all look forward to playing and the games that we played as kids and new evolutions of those games. So yeah, 100%, it's always going to exist, right? It's always going to exist, and it makes so much sense with the mechanics that we have available to us in the world of crypto and the blockchain, that we can just make so many cooler things than that exist in the current P2E worlds, right? Cool. So let's see if we got any other questions popping in the chat here. This is a good question. This one's around security. Maybe you guys might be interested in answering this one. This is from Charlie. Charlie says, what anti-cheating mechanisms does Nekoverse have to prevent cheaters who drain economies with loopholes? That's a really good question, Charlie Jonah.
Yeah. So if you have been in our Discord or Telegrams, you know that we do have a security system that is monitoring the data and activities of players, and that system will instantly flag any suspicious activities like botting or farming. I think with time, players have started from a long time ago, and throughout the time we have also identified a lot of ways that farmers or cheaters have used to farm the games, and we actually use that knowledge to design the systems, and that's how we secure the game basically.
Love that. Such a key part of the play to earn ecosystems, right? Is fighting against botting, fighting against loopholes, and any ways to try to drain the economy. So I know that games building in this space are thinking about that all the time, and of course the player bases are also thinking about that. So it's really good to know that you guys are keeping a close eye on that, as it is so key, especially as you guys scale and bring a lot more players into the space. All right, let's see what other questions we have lined up here. Also, Charlie, please do drop your Discord name so that we can make sure we contact you on Discord, because you are one of the first winners of the 10 BUSD prize for having your question selected on today's chat. Before we jump into the next question, boys, any tips for Zyric here? Are you guys paying attention in terms of Zyric's strategy? Zyric, what is your strategy? Let's see if the boys can give you some tips here. What are you trying to do with your deck build right now? Any specific direction?
I don't know what I'm doing, but
can you open your inventory?
You
sound like me. All right, go ahead. Open your inventory. Show us what you got.
Yeah, to be honest, I just keep on buying this. I keep on buying gems.
I'm gonna make him bigger here.
And then, because gems you can combo gems with using the magnifying glass. So I'm not sure if my strategy is correct, but that's what I'm doing.
I mean, you got 18 resources, so you should really start pay attention to the resource that you're going to pick next. But overall, for level 1, we made it to be not very difficult. And we do have some remove tokens to be used to remove those unnecessary later. So we can just probably continue the games. I saw that you have the common charms. As of right now, I don't think there's a particular strategy yet, but we can continue playing. I see you're about to have the common charm. You should get that because it gives you a free item.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, items are pretty good in terms of
it's quite cheap too.
Yeah.
Only 3 ASG for that one.
Yeah. And this, for example, the gold cast spirits will give Neko will give 1 ASG more. You already have a Neko, so if you buy this, it will give bonus to your Neko. The other one is also good too, right? Yellow crown, give 3 when you gain a multiple 3 after a roll. And the chance of that happening is a lot, so it's good too.
This one is good.
The community seems to think that Zyric is an absolute whale because he's just shopping without any care in the world how much he's spending.
Right. That's the part about playing the game too. You need to be mindful of how you're progressing with each level. So one simple tip that I always advise new player is to do a quick calculation of how much you need to make per roll. So for example, Zyric need to pay 210 ASG in the next 6 roll. So that gives about around 30 to 40 ASG per roll. And let's see how much you're making now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dead.
Solid.
Yeah,
solid.
So okay, now you can do something to increase the earning a little bit. The
Don't play
gambler.
anchor.
So the anchor is good because it gives 5 more when in the corner, and the chance of that happening is also a lot too. So it usually a solid pick.
Also quite a bargain at 3 ASG there.
Yeah, it is designed to be like a easy pick for
Easy
early
pick.
games.
All right.
Yeah. I would take. You can I see your inventory again? Right. So there's a resource called Cool, which is like the mailman in the Nekoverse lore. He likes he's a kid and he likes bubbles. So he popped that bubble, he will earn extra ASG. But right now you don't have Cool yet. You don't only have the Neko. So probably the rubber will be a better choice because it will give more than 1 ASG per. So it gives 2 and minus 3 every 4 rolls. So after 4 rolls, you get a total of 8 minus 3, which gives you 5, right? And so every roll you get more than 1, which is better.
All right, so we picked up the grubbler. Question here from Dewey. What are some strategies for acquiring different types of resources in the game? Everybody wants to know the strategies.
Yeah, I mean, it's really... so please don't pick the voice tone. So the voice tone will destroy
Is it
itself.
cursed? Because I have this thing, I thought it's going to have a relationship with that stone.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, but look at the effects of the voice tone. Look at the effects of the voice tone. Do you understand?
Adjacent, you want more destroyed stuff if...
I think it's a
Yeah,
good
so-
combo.
It will destroy itself if there's no empty slot around it, and it costs a lot. So, and you already
No,
have 10
but
resources.
he has an items which gonna revive the stones. He's got a void.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. In that
Because
case,
it happens, I think, on my 3rd round. When my void stone destroyed, it summoned another one and then it destroyed someone
Oh, yeah.
another. It's like
That is what it is.
five roll
Yeah,
in
yeah.
one spin. So
Yeah, you should
if you
take
That's
got
why.
the item, that is good.
Yeah.
It will give a lot of ASG for that. So back to the questions. You see here the general strategy is to get high income resources, and then whenever you can, starting to build up some combos together, because the key in Cedar Wheat is to build up combos, right? It either combos with items that can modify the resource effects, or different resources having adjacency bonus to each other. So, which is why I recommend all players to try out the trading mode first, so you understand and see more resource before you start actually playing the game. So have some ideas about what kind of combos should you play together.
Yeah, makes sense. For Dewey, any specific strategies for acquiring different types of resources in game, Leo?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. The general sense is to pick out some key resource that can destroy other resource. For example, like the miner can destroy
Right.
the ore to give extra ASG.
Right.
The cool can destroy a lot of things: the candy, the bubble, the puzzle, and the candy box, right? And the key and can open the chest. These kind of things, right? So, but acquiring those resources, you can feed the consumable resource to them and start generating money. It's one simple way to playing the game.
There you go, Dewey. There's some early alpha there. How to start getting the ball rolling. So resources that destroy other resources is something to keep an eye out for. Dewey, please do also drop your Discord in the chat so that we can contact you because you have also won 10 BUSD. So congratulations, my friend, for having your questions selected. Some alpha to give them there, Leo. Some coaching.
Yeah, Zarek just skipped the Necromancer Axe. It's a very powerful item because it allows you to pop, Spirit Scroll and a few different other ones for free. And
it was called the Nekomancer.
The Necromancer Axe. It is the axe used by Necromancer to destroy the soul and tombstone to get those resources.
All right, be on the lookout for that one, Zai. What's a good play here, Leo?
You can skip. That's not really a good play there. I think this one will be difficult because there's no build yet. Usually by this time, player by pack space 7, which is like the mid game, player already have a certain build in mind. See the cursed flash can be destroyed by the Necromancers. But if you have the Necromancer Axe, you don't need the Necromancer anymore, and those will be popped all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's a combo.
Yeah, that's one of the combo.
Quick question here as well, Leo. Did you guys find that you had to do some early nerfing or buffing to some of the combinations in the early run here, or are you guys still running the same gameplay from launch at the moment?
I mean, we have done a lot of rebalancings, so it's always like that with the games development, right? Especially for strategy games. When we design the games, we have our internal design team to test it, and so it's designed based on our skill level. We always try to think in terms of the perspective of new players, how it's going to be difficult, but that's only subjective, right? Only when we launch the game out to the market and players actually start playing it, can we get more data into how to make the game more difficult or harder for the players as a player base as a whole. So balancing is always a continuous effort for us.
Makes a ton of sense. Yeah, it's an ongoing process, but it's great that you guys keep your hand on the pulse of what the community feels about the gameplay, and seeing things play out in action really allows you guys to know what needs to be better balanced. I see we have some more questions coming in here. Anything that you guys want to answer that you see coming into the chat? Is there anything interesting that you guys want to choose?
I can only see the chats in the stream, so I probably missed a lot.
Okay, you can also see the chat. I'll also, you know what I'll do here? I'll go ahead and put the YouTube link in our chat, so that if you guys want to be able to see the comments in real time, you'll probably be able to more easily see them on YouTube, since that's where majority of them are coming from. So I'll put that there as well. In the meantime, I will pop up one of the next questions that we have here lined up. Let's do this. All right, let's show this one here. So, how is Nekoverse implementing these mechanics to build a sustainable game economy and ecosystem?
Right.
Sustainability is usually on the top of the minds of the community.
Right. So we do that by actually rolling out the economy in phases, right? So first, when the game first launched out to the game, the game models in which we are currently in right now is the purchasing richness to play and earn ASG directly, right? And that is a pretty good incentive for players because they can earn the tokens um, from playing the games, and how much they earn depending on how good they are, right? It's very rewarding systems. And then are all the in-game spending that you can probably see when you play the game, like purchasing richness, purchasing resource pack, and mainland. The ASG required to mainland are all sent directly to the reward pool to maintain it.
Right.
And then when we grow out the game to a certain size, grow out the awareness of the game and also the player base to a certain size, we are going to introduce phase 3 of the projects. Phase 3 is really exciting because we are going to start introducing Ethereum drops, which will
Ooh,
yeah.
interesting. Ethereum drops.
Yeah, so in phase 3, we're moving away from the purchasing richness model and going into a more easier to adopt model for the mass. In phase 3, you don't need to buy richness anymore. You just need to purchase the land. So it's only going to be purchased one time and continue playing the game. And each time you win the game, you have a chance of earning an Ethereum drops, which will be funded by a part of our token trading tax. So it will be like an automatic system where if we get tax on our tokens, we distribute part of that to fund the earning pool. So,
Love that. So as the community scales, hopefully that pool is staying liquid alongside the scaling of the game, and that rewards distribution continues to be there for the player base.
Yeah. So that is the goal and the vision that we are working toward, right? It does require us to it's a chicken and egg problem. We need to kickstart the economy first and get the game out, get the people playing, and then
Right.
when the awareness and the game reach a certain size, then we can introduce phase 3, and it will be much more sustainable in the long run. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Really, really good answer, and exciting to hear about the phase 3 of the game. I think playing to earn ETH, or really big tokens like Bitcoin, ETH. These are definitely kind of the highest level of the play to earn world in a sense. But it's also exciting to still be able to play for the in-game token of the actual economy itself as well. But in terms of like players being able to play and earn an asset at an asset class so strong like ETH and Bitcoin and such, that's definitely, I think, the golden standard in play and earn gaming, which is really cool to hear that you guys have that in your plans as well.
Yeah.
All right. Good question there from the community. I see some more questions popping up here. Let's see if we can get another question for BIM. Let's see what we got here. Okay, is this one BIM wants to take maybe? This is a question about the breeding features. So it says, can you explain the mechanics of the breeding feature, including how combining two Nikos with different elements results in a new dual element Niko?
Yeah, I think
So my answer is that you guys should ask Leo.
Yo, I had the feeling that was the answer, but all right, go ahead, Leo.
yeah. So this was the breeding features was the old plan for the Nico characters, which serve the elemental games. So for some of you who have followers for a long time, we did start out on Solana in 2021, and we made the first game, which is called Elemental War, which is a battle game, and the breeding features is a part of that. Um, but along the way, a lot happened on Solana and development, and we also need to rethink the model of the game. So we decided to focus its development and go with City of Grids, because we see a real innovations in terms of how we can implement different mechanics and different play to earn uh, systems to roll out to markets. So that probably answered the questions.
Well, I will rephrase what we said. So, first of all, we think that the Nikos will like want to breed, but then we realized that we didn't draw any parts for that Nikos to breed, so they cannot breed anymore.
They gotta wait for a little bit more
Yeah.
connection before they're ready to do the breeding. All right, makes sense, boys. By the way, Dui and Tan Huyin, please do drop your guys' Discord names in the chat so that we can make sure to contact you guys on Discord. Because right now we have 3 of the 5 winners selected. Each one of you has won a 10 BUSD reward. So we want to be able to make sure that we get that over to you guys. So drop your Discord and we will get in contact with you just after we wrap up the stream here. So 2 more chances to win a 10 BUSD prize if you get your question selected. So do drop some good questions in the chat, guys. I think we got one more here from our side. Okay, this is interesting. This is kind of an open one, not necessarily specific to City of Greed, a little bit more of an open question. Maybe we'll let Willis get in here on this one, since Willis has been a little bit quiet. We haven't had too many questions to throw at him just yet. So let's throw this Willis's way here. This one says, what are some key factors for when choosing a Web3 game to play and invest in? Good question.
Let's go. So for me, first off, the game has to be fun to play, and also have really great gameplay loops. And what a lot of projects are doing is offering a free-to-play model, which is great. You come in, try out the game before you have to buy anything. So when you try the free-to-play game and you like the game, you can go and look at the NFTs and own assets in the games. From there, you play the game and you can win from the game. And when you win, you can earn from the game. And so that's what I love when looking at Web3. And that's what I see a lot of the big projects going in 2024 is offering a free-to-play version, which is fun, and offering players the ability to own assets in the game and earn from winning playing the game. So that for me is what I look for when I'm playing Web3 games and investing in these projects.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Makes a ton of sense to me. How about you, Z? We'll let Zyrek jump in here for a question as well. He's slaving away for the mayor right now. Let's see if we can find out from Zyrek. What are some key factors for when choosing a Web3 game to play and invest in, brother?
For me, when picking a Web3 game, I'm all about the community and the ecosystem. A game can have a top-notch graphics or mechanics, but if the community isn't thriving and the game economy lacks balance, it's a hard pass for me. I also look at the tokenomics, how the in-game assets and tokens are distributed, whether there's a fair play to earn model, and if the development team has a solid roadmap.
Agreed with you 100% there, bro. Love that take. I'm a big community guy, I guess, obviously, right? Head of community. But for me, like, even if the gameplay isn't super outstanding for a game, if there's a big community around it and like a lot of people excited about the game, that makes me excited to play it. So Like something that comes to mind in the space right now is for me, like Pixels is one of those games where like that wouldn't be the first game I'd run to play simply just for gameplay. Not to say that it doesn't have any fun gameplay, because there are elements of the game that are quite fun. I really like farming simulators in a sense, but more what I love about it is how much of the community is actively doing events there, and actively like hype to jump in the game, and hype for what they're building within the game. So yeah, community's huge, man. I think it really can support a lot of what's maybe still being built on the actual gameplay side. So love that you touched on that part there, Z. Super crucial. I'm curious, Zyric, what has been your highest score in City of Greed so far? Do you remember?
Highest score.
Don't be afraid to embarrass yourself. It's okay. We're here to laugh at you.
I think I can't reach 1,000 ASG.
1,000. Wow. So I actually got you beat. My highest is 1,200. Leo, what's your highest score, Leo, as the game's creator?
I mean, with the old payouts, I get to around 18,000.
18,000.
But that's
Okay.
the
It's
old.
only 18 times Zyric's high score. That's all right. No worries.
But that's the old balancing compared to the current balancing is
All right. Current
probably,
balancing. What have you topped out at?
about if you divide it by 10, then 1,300, I think.
1,300.
Yeah, around this balancing.
Oh, so dang! I thought my score was like terrible, to be honest.
You're good. I mean,
I think I got quite lucky though. I was reading the cards. Don't get me wrong, but I think I got a bit lucky.
Yeah, it's part of the
Yeah.
game. Sometimes we got lucky.
Sometimes
we
the
don't.
luck can carry you, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I was definitely trying to pair. I was trying to pair as much combos together as I could, and then I think I just got a couple real lucky rolls and somehow made it to 1,200. But I've never been past that. What about BIM? BIM, what's your highest score in the game so far, man?
Oh yeah, I never made the test though, so yeah. Nah, just bullshit. I don't know. I think there's some good days I can make it like I can win like 3-4 times if I play for like 3-4 hours. So I can like basically it's gonna be like 500-600 rounds, and I won like
Okay.
4 rounds. So it's like multiply this like 2,000 ESG.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Leo, now you know who's farming your game the hardest is BIM. You got to get him out of there,
Oh
man.
man,
He's
I'm just like a sand. It's like
he's farming hard.
the community is farming hard. Community is freaking crazy.
I know our guys are definitely farming hard. If you guys have ever popped into the Ancient8 Discord, you see our guys in there grinding it out on a regular basis. So they're definitely doing it. The one says, can you play without a LAN? Yes, you can. We have answered this question a little bit earlier in the chat. So there is a free to play option here where you guys can jump on, test out the game without owning a LAN. You just won't be able to earn until you buy a LAN over from OpenSea. So yeah, definitely can play without a LAN, the one. All right. Let's see if we pop in another question here from the community as we get ready to wrap things up in just about 5 minutes or so here. Let's go ahead and scoop up another question from the community.
Yep. Actually, there's one comment that I would like to touch on.
Please do let us know which one that is.
The one. This is actually pretty addicting, right? So that is the happiest when that make me very happy because that is one of the game field that we wanted the game to deliver, which is the addicting part, right? Because there's a lot of aha moment when you play the game. For example, when you discover a new combos that you've never played before, and you discover new ways to play and win, right? So these are the elements that make the game very addicting. But to the point that we have just do a thorough analysis of the data recently, and there's a lot of players playing like 8 to 12 hours a day. That's amazed me.
8 to 12 hours. That's a full-time job, man.
Yeah. So
They're
now
grinding.
we're thinking like we need to pace the play a little bit. So
Yo, they're built
actually,
different for sure. So how are you guys thinking about, is that problematic or not yet? Are you guys thinking about putting like an energy level that can burn throughout the day? What's the mechanic there?
yeah, so we're releasing the energy systems just to that limits the number of play to 20 games per day. So that
Makes sense.
gives about 5 to 6 hours. Still a lot, but it shouldn't affect the normal experience of a normal gamers. Um, the reason that we want to do that is because we want to avoid exhaustions. For example, have you ever played some games like too much and then you just feel tired? There's no new
Yes.
learning and you don't want to play it anymore.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep. You
so
can burn yourself out of the game for sure.
yeah, so we want to avoid that by pacing the progress of the player a little bit. So just
Makes
hop
sense.
in whenever you feel a little bit bored, play some games, enjoy it, and tomorrow repeat the same things. It will be much more fun over the long period of time.
Couldn't agree more there. I think the energy system is really important for probably all play and earn economies. There needs to be some sort of management there where players couldn't grind the game the entire day, because that would also thoroughly incentivize people to bot the system as well if it can just earn all day long. So makes a ton of sense why you guys would have that implemented. But good to see that people are willing to and wanting to actually play that long. It's a good problem to have. Makes you guys know that you're doing a good job there in terms of making the game addicting. So that's a good problem to have nonetheless. So
Yeah,
Red asks here, does Nekoverse have an in-game NFT marketplace to ensure that we users get full value of our NFTs?
So I think the NFT marketplace, especially in games, depends a lot on the type of games. For example, like with an RPG game where players can 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 create items, for example, it will make much more sense compared to Sea of Thieves, where it is the single player games and it is strategy deck builder, right? So and we already are listed on OpenSea, and the royalty is optional, so you can actually opt out of paying the royalties. So and you can trade it for full value of your NFTs.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think easier for you guys as well, right? To get the game to market, you didn't have to build out the whole marketplace ecosystem. You used an ecosystem that's already built out, plus has a big user base already, so people can discover the game, maybe even passively, and go check out the collection and then stumble across the game and then actually become a user within the game as well. So to me, that makes a lot of sense for a lot of different reasons why you guys would go that route. Any plans to have a marketplace in the future, or is that something you guys right now plan to kind of stick with moving forward?
I mean, with for example, with Elemental World, we actually did build our own in-game marketplace systems, and it's a way more complicated system than we imagined, right? You own the tech part aside, you need to be perfectly uh, perfectly exact in terms of the database and how the transactions are going through. If there's a bug or something, it will affect the transactions of players. So it's really a complicated system. And the
Yeah,
second thing is you
makes
need
sense.
liquidity for marketplace to work, right? And it's a lot of effort
Right.
to build that.
Yep, that for sure it is. It's nice to collaborate with a marketplace where the liquidity already exists, like OpenSea. So makes a lot of sense. I think just one last question here for you guys, and then we can get ready to wrap things up. We don't want to keep you too long here. Let's see if we can find one more interesting one. I'm not sure about this question here. Maybe you guys have an answer here. What is the utility of the NVS?
So although I would like to talk about NVS, but it's still in the works.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably we can share more about that in the future.
All right, guys, you heard it here. Be on the lookout for utility of NVS. No leaks just yet. All right, let's see if we have any other questions here for you guys. We got one from So Red. So Red, please, by the way, also do share your Discord name so that we can contact you on Discord to make sure you get your 10 BUSD reward. I think we have gotten to basically majority of the questions asked from the guys here in the chat. Let's see, did we miss anything? Acquiring strategies, we answered that one. I think we got to all the good stuff. All right. Yeah, we did. All right, cool. Looking good, boys. How you doing there, Z? What's the highest score of the night?
It's 200.
200. At least you showed out for us, brother. We appreciate you making us look good, man. Really, really, really appreciate that. No, all jokes aside, it's a tough game to master. Easy to start, hard to master. So Red says, So Red 01. Let me write that down real quick while we're still here. Awesome, boys. Well, any last things that you guys want to share? You guys want to drop any alpha? I think I saw one some questions here asking about when launch on chains. Is there any kind of alpha that you guys want to drop about anything, any upcoming events, tournaments, anything? Please feel free to drop anything you guys got for us.
Yeah, I think we got something.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, please go ahead, sir. You pay me. Come on, go ahead.
Come on, man. Come on.
Boss got the first word at all times.
We don't work like that. He's just
Yeah, but
do it like that on stream.
Christmas coming.
He does. He likes to play the slave master. That's Bim's role. Go ahead, Bim.
Oh yeah, we have Christmas on the way, and our community team we're gonna have like a huge, not so huge, but we're gonna have like a very fun contest going on. So I mean, all the audience, come on guys, we got contest to find out who's the master of this game, and it's like huge rewards, guys. So
it's not Zyric, that's for sure.
yeah,
no, that sounds
if
good,
you guys
boy.
interested, then just visit our Discord, and there will be a freaking hell contest for Sea of Greed, guys.
Love it. Yeah, we'll definitely participate. Our pro wasn't able to join us tonight, which Kasu or Fu, as we call him in our community, him and his good friend Kimmy are probably our two best players in our community, two of our top guys, especially in our company, in the company side of our community. So hopefully they'll join us on the next one. I'm very confident they'll be participating in the Christmas tournament. Leo, any last leaks for us before we roll this up?
I mean, I would suggest that you guys follow both Ancient8 and us in the future. This next year is going to be a lot of things. There's going a lot of things going on especially for us. We'll continue to roll out new features. Phase 3 is coming. New partnerships announced. There's a lot of things to look out for. So stay tuned, guys.
Absolutely. 2024 is gonna be wild. So definitely make sure that you guys are following everywhere. So Red, I gotcha locked in. So Red 01. We will have one of the Discord managers reach out to you on Discord and get your wallet info. Congratulations on winning the 10 BUSD, my friend. Long says Alpha soon. Yep. Be on the lookout, Leo. Alpha's dropping real soon. What happened, FUD? Still have FUD, says Marchuk. Is there any project in Web3 that doesn't have a little bit of FUD? I think if you don't have some FUD, you're not really playing the game. You're not really playing the game the way you should be, man.
Yeah, I mean,
no speculation, no game, right?
Yeah.
Oh come on! If people love something too much, they hate it. So seems like we have a lot of lovers.
There's got to be some yin and some yang, man. That's the only way it can be real. All right, yeah. Content creators, Zyric, Willis, any last words from you handsome gentlemen before we get on out of here?
All good from my side. Thank you for joining us on the podcast today, guys.
Yeah, thank you. It was a
Yeah, same
pleasure.
for me. Same for me. I hope you guys can teach me what combos or resources should I buy, because I really want to grind in this game.
Yeah, ping me when we have a game night. I'll
Sure,
teach you the combos.
sure.
Zyric
Thank
is
you.
ready to be a master in training, so we're just getting him rolling. You guys will see him at the top of the leaderboard soon for sure. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. If you guys are still here hanging with us, make sure that you go ahead and give Nekoverse a follow over on Twitter. Make sure you jump into the Discord, go hang out with the community. If you guys need some more information about the game, the community's there to support you. And of course, please do follow us, Ancient8. Go ahead and follow our content creator, Zyric Willis. You can follow me as well, Justin, aka Justin the Mine, on Twitter. And come hang out with us on the next one. We'll be doing this again real soon. Nekoverse boys, we would love to have you guys back for a future episode. And thank you again for joining us tonight. And we look forward to all the big news that'll be dropping in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
All right, all the love, fam. All the love.
All right, guys.
Well,
Have a great rest of your day, rest of your evening, wherever you're tuning in from. And we'll see
Peace,
you guys
man.
all on the next one.
have a great
All right,
evening,
peace,
guys.
guys.
Hey,
Thanks.
why
Peace.
Willis looks so dark? Jesus.
Yeah, he's
It's
tan like he
style.
lives in Miami or something. I don't know what Willis's secret is, man.
He looks dope. You should learn from him, babe.
Hey, yeah, man. Get in the weight room with Willis, man.
Let's go. Thanks, guys.
All right, boys. Take care.
All right. Take care.
See y'all, boys.